and whistles. So I thought if I share my screen, just want to show you what it is that target is. Can everybody?
Yes, yes, Gerald.
Okay, so obviously this product doesn't exist yet. So this is like a mock-up, a draft of how they one part of the product at one level. Yeah. So we go through here. So lesson 1 is ask about prices. And so the expectation is that you can navigate down through a tree to see the structure, but you can also scan this QR code, which will then expand the tree to show you 2 activities that you can click on. So imagine this is like our audio activities, is that we would actually have those 2. So we look at back at here's example. Okay. So we will have this tree structure like we have at the moment, but when you can navigate down. So if you like, this is the equivalent of that lesson, and below there will be 1, 2, 3, whatever of actual activities, which may be an interactive activity, like a quiz sort of thing, or it may be just a video to play, or it might be just an audio to play. And in the future, who knows? So as I said, this is starting to look a bit more like the Go app. So we have not got a landing page as such, which is what we were sort of suggesting. We've basically got a way to either navigate down through here in the traditional way, or if you scan that QR code, you'd open up straight into this thing, My Toys, and have the activities there that you could actually use for your practice. Obviously, with the text in here, which equates to listen, then repeat, or take a poll, or whatever these things are. Watch the speaking coach video. Yeah. So in some ways, I think that makes it simpler for us. I don't think it's as rich as we were imagining. It's basically having a JSON structure, which will give us that, for the metadata, etc., will give us the structure we know about, and then using those QR codes to actually open up, to go to one node on that, which will be the lesson, equating to wherever this thing goes to. For instance, it was this one, it will open up the tree to show a video and 2 listings. Yeah. And that may be that they're part of an activity that tells you listen and fill something in. So that's a kind of high level. It might take a while to think about this one, but I think it's suddenly having this book, this example from the page actually suddenly starts to make it easier for us to visualize what the end result could be. So my feeling is what we should be doing now is putting together something that is a demo to show this capability. Okay, so I know we got problems on the registration, etc. But for the purposes of the demo, we can actually mock these up. They don't actually have to be working connected to the back end necessarily. So I think very much like the user journey is that we'll have the sign in, etc. So although we might not have the back end for these, I think if we can simulate the back end, then that's fine in terms of the demo, because what they're really interested in is the content. Then we have something which we can then load, which will be something that resembles that page. So although this is obviously a different product, but it would have the same structure that we've seen in this page here, with a lesson and these sections: lesson, speaking, conversation, try it yourself, vocabulary, pronunciation, listen, speak, etc. And then
Gerald, share that
yes.
link, the prototype link.
Sorry, yeah, let me do that. Hang on.
That one.
Sorry, I don't know we've done that. Hold on. Right.
Not this, Gerald, the PDF link.
Sorry, I thought it was the PDF link. This one. This one.
Yeah, yes, that's the one.
Is that not what I did?
Thanks.
Yeah. So the activities themselves, the actual interactive activities, I mean, we're still in hot discussion about producing those, but I think we can get to the point where we actually have that tree structure, in terms of units and lessons. And then when we get those things built, then we can fairly simply add those in. We could for now just have a video or have an audio or something, so that when you actually get to this level, when you obviously this is an editable thing, but the user will see this tree structure and will have something which is launch or whatever, which will open that activity or or play the video. Okay.
Gerald, can you please stop sharing your screen for a minute and turn it on back again, because the video is kind of blinking.
Okay.
Gerald, can you try sharing your screen now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Gerald.
Okay.
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 And
I can't remember what.
yeah, Gerald, sorry. So we missed that course content structure. You have shown something, right?
Yeah.
Can you just repeat
So
that?
yeah, let me just, it's best shown. So we got the thing we kind of know, which is basically got a level, and then you got units within that level, and then there'll be lessons within that level. Yeah. So
Okay.
just the sort of normal, fairly simple tree hierarchy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so you say, I think the one thing that we need to suss out is how, because everybody's so hung up on this QR code, how when you scan that code from the page, it in effect takes you to this node. So if it was this one, for instance, that it would actually expand out the TOC. You'd be positioned on this one to be able to pick which practice activity you did.
Gerald, you want the QR code to be shown for every unit, I guess. Am I correct, Gerald?
Well, I think if we can, right, so now if we're talking about doing this demo mock-up in the next few weeks, then use this as the model, because this is what they want to demo.
Okay.
So, each of these, if you look through this, each of these sections has a QR code. I mean, this isn't a real QR code, I'm sure, but
Okay.
we can mock it. Yeah. So, yeah, but each of these sections has that code. So, for instance, This one is just would give you 2 practice activities.
Okay.
This one would give you 3 ABC. So the practice activities are kind of lettered ABC,
Okay.
or A and B, A, B, C, D.
So I guess it would be better if we get the contents of that QR code also. I mean, they would have some access code kind of thing embedded inside the QR code.
Okay, for now, okay, we're not going to get that in a short time. So now let's mock up something which is,
Okay.
you know, hidden. It's the pointer to the node. Okay.
Okay.
Markup. Use the markup code.
So this app is going to be like somewhat similar to the PSM application as of now.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
So
obviously, without all the without the in-app purchase, with the we're going to need to put this on the front, the registration, login, and those things. But the basic, the internal bit will be similar in terms of that will be JSON. The structure will be in the JSON file, and then there'll be a, you know, the thing you launch will be the thing that we've downloaded, a bit like you do with a. To my mind, it's just a file. I know, you know, that's the easy thing to say, but whether it's a video, an audio, or an activity, it's a file that gets downloaded. And if we use the SCORM object, which I think we will, then, you know, that just comes down as a file that gets launched. I think it might come down as a zip, but we can investigate that further. I think for where we are now, it'd be really good to start to build out this user journey. So, you know, we've got some of these bits and pieces, but we'll have to simulate that because, you know, that piece of the back end isn't working. But we can still simulate this, I think, in terms of how this would work with the sign-on, etc. And then present the table of contents. Go down to the table of contents, give a list of things you can do, play videos, watch audios, and launch the activity.
okay. So it would be better if we have the list of screens to be displayed, like what are the pages the user will be seeing. It would be better if we have a mock-up kind of thing. I mean, like a wireframe kind of thing.
Okay, I think we've got some wireframes. Hang on, let me just. Sorry, I've got 30 different things on at the same time.
Because as of now, we developers are kind of confused, like how many screens will be there and what are the tabs will be present in the application. So in order to create a basic application architecture, we might need these things.
Yeah. Okay. So for now, we just want to have this one very simple journey through. Yeah. Without worrying about it. But yes, I just thought we had some. Okay, I think let me just say for now, I think what we really want is something, right? Okay, let's think about the steps. So we need to build a new app, okay?
Okay.
And when you open that app, then you will have these screens to log in or register, which you know about, log in, register, and then we're going to have the table of contents, which looks very similar to the table of contents we have now for Biz and Go, with levels and units, etc.
Okay.
Yeah. Then that expands down to like this. So if we can map across, so it will just be a bare, you know, it would look like this really. It won't be anything cleverer than that. It will be a tree structure that you can expand out.
This tree structure, we can create separate screens for every tree, right, Gerald?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to have a chance to do that because I'm away the end of next week. But I'm hoping because David starts on Tuesday, and this is something I want to give him to do, to work closely with you guys to start to map this out.
Okay.
So I think my suggestion for the sprint at the moment is, look at that example of the page, start getting your head around this, and start to mock up a new app which will actually have show this user journey, and say some things can be simulated. We don't have to have all the back end linking. And also think about how we can give it to people to demonstrate. I think that's the other thing. So I think if we have a bare structure of this user journey, then David can work with you guys when I'm on holiday and start to fill in terms of how it, the details of the screens, etc.
Okay. And the number of tabs to be present, Gerald, we can show the options to the user as a side menu, or else we can show him at the top or at the bottom. What kind of requirements are there?
Sorry, do you say I missed the first part of that?
In our Pearson Go application, we have 4 tabs in it. Like the first one will be home, and then search, and then settings. Like that, we have 4 tabs in our application.
Navigation bar.
Navigation bar. And in our LDOC application, we had it like a slide menu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would, when the user clicks on the triple menu bar or something like that, then menu will be coming from the side.
Yeah. Okay. I need to think.
So for the tabbed interface, what kind of requirements do you have? I mean, what kind of expectation do you have?
Let's for the moment go with what we've used.
Sorry, Jerome?
I've got an echo.
Okay. So the thing is, Gerald,
Echo.
I'll try again. Yeah. Let's go with what we've got, the current navigation. Yeah. Because this is something again that David can help with.
Sorry, Gerald, breaking.
Sorry, let's go with what we've got at the moment in the Pearson Go app for the moment. And I think this is
fine.
We need to explore with David what that navigation should be.
Okay. Navigation should mimic the Pearson Go app.
Yeah. For now, I think yes.
Okay, but then that would not be the final case, right, Gerald? Because that kind of navigation is kind of old.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah. No. But for now, for this demo.
Okay.
Yeah. My focus is get something we can demonstrate to show these different capabilities. It's a very skinny. Okay. It's a very skinny user journey, but it will show this working. Yeah.
Okay, Gerald.
So if we need to make shortcuts for that, that's fine. Or need to simulate or mock up bits working, that's fine. Nobody's expecting this to be a production ready system. It's something that they can actually put in front of people and get feedback on.
Okay.
And what about the content for the mock-up, Gerald? Like, are we going to use this prototype or?
Well, if we can, yeah. I mean, the content. If we can mirror this page, yeah. So this is lesson. This is unit 5. Yeah. Lesson 1. Ask about prices. Not sure this totally makes sense for this. Anyway. And then these various sections: vocabulary, listening, speaking, conversation. Try it yourself. Yeah, which isn't an act. Not all of these are activities. But I think it's fairly obvious where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
So having each lesson as a EPUB file, is it?
Okay, so this one, for instance.
Gerard,
so your voice is breaking.
So you hear me now?
Yeah.
Well, this one, for instance, is going to be a speaking coach video. Yeah. And all the student is doing in that is listening to it or watching it to note how we say prices. Yeah. So we don't say it like this in England, but obviously they do in America. Yeah. So again, there's no interaction in that one.
Yeah.
Just a video. So these things themselves will come to us in due course as they're getting authored. So I think if we can build a framework that can take them, and basically then when you click on, you click on one of these, you open and launch the video or the audio or the interactive activity.
Okay.
That makes sense. So I think use this as the Bible. Okay, we want to produce something that resembles this.
Okay, Gerald, a query here. What kind of contents can we expect? Like video, audio, and in the activity part, I guess it has fill in the blanks.
Yeah, there's
what
four.
Kind of other activities?
There's the four actual interactives. Well, I think at the bottom of this document. Maybe I've deleted those. Oh, there we are. So they're described here really. So multiple choice, single select, but we don't have to worry about that because somebody else is building those. They will come as, I think, as SCORM objects, which will launch. So it's separate from the app, or it's not part of the app, obviously. But in terms of development of that, all we're saying is we will launch whichever SCORM object is given to us, which will sit on that node, on that part of that that node.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not designing things, somebody else is doing that. We're going to get that as a file, which we then use to launch.
Okay, Gerald.
Gerald, one more query here. See, as you have shown the sample content, right? Unit 5. So Unit 5 contains a lot of audios and videos, right? See, if, for an example, watch this something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen. Just listen the audio and then repeat. You have one content, right? So how just we are going to play through online, or we need to make it as download, or how we are going to do that?
Okay, so I think for the moment, let's think about how audio works. You download a unit's worth, don't you, of assets?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think this will work similarly to that, is that you can download that. If you try and run something that's not downloaded, it should prompt to download. And if you're not online, then you can't open it.
Gerald, are these assets available somewhere? Like there is listen, then repeat, an umbrella, a cap. These audio files are available somewhere?
They will be. They will be coming to us. For the moment, if you want to stick any old audio in there, that's fine. Yeah. But as the content gets built, we will get these to slot in.
Yes. Okay. So as of now, we have to create some content of our own. Am I correct, Gerald? For the
just create anything for the moment that's an audio file or a video file, and then we'll substitute in those other things when we get them.
Okay. Like the Pearson Go application, once the user clicks a unit, he'll be shown the levels, and then the levels on the next page, he should be able to download the contents.
Yes.
And then in the next page, audio or video should be playing.
Yeah, when they click on one of those, yeah. So when they click on, sorry, dodging around now, but when so they've got the structure of the product down here. But if they drill down here and then they get to here and they find, there's one called vocabulary, click on vocabulary, number 1 vocabulary, and I get whatever it is that's on there, whether it's an audio, a video, or an interactive activity.
Okay.
It opens a player, in effect. It opens a SCORM player, it opens a video player, it opens an audio player.
Okay. So you want it to be like, if for every single audio, we had to open a player page, like for an umbrella. If we show a player page, it would be like every time the user has to go inside and then he has to come out. Or can we find out some alternative solution for that? Like we can just display the list of items, these 5 items in a screen, and then we can have the audio button on the left hand side, and once the user clicks the audio button, the audio will be playing.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay. Yes, open to suggestions like that. I mean, yes, that sounds good. I'm not sure about You have to have a different video window
because
open.
these audios will be of maximum 2 or 3 seconds, I guess. So every time if the user opens a player page, it would be kind of time.
Yeah. You know, if it's a question, we just expand this further and put the audio controls in, then that's fine. But I think I'm really looking to you guys to come and suggest the best and neatest way this can work.
Okay.
If it's an interactive activity, then I think we need to link through to a new pane, a new window to actually run that activity in, because they've been designed for the full screen.
Okay. So in that case, users should be in online fully.
Say that again, sorry.
Just a minute, Gerald. We'll have a discussion with the team. I'll put you on mute.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for holding, Gerald. We are back.
Hiya.
Yeah. Gerald, can we do the same for the video contents also? Like once the user clicks on a play button, full screen video will come up, something like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we are actually confused with the contents, Gerald. That's why.
Okay.
Is there
All right.
right now?
That might be my fault. I think it might be simpler than you're thinking. Okay. So we got the audio, like you said, which we know about, in which case that will work. You may have something that's just a video, like the one we looked at in the book, which said watch the coaching video. Or we've got something which will be almost certainly a SCORM object, which we then open in a new window, as it were, to actually, which is the way that somebody does the multiple choice, or somebody does the matching, or any of those four types.
Okay.
So, but from the application viewpoint, that element is whatever's in that content, whatever's in that, however that particular activity works. It doesn't really matter. All we're doing is we're launching that, and it's up to the content people to design it and launch. So we're just saying, okay, we know it's this activity. We'll open this activity, and then the user can actually then do the quiz or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yes, Gerald.
Okay. So I think, from what I was saying to Kalpana yesterday, this, without this Reader Plus thing, I think this does make life easier for us. Although I'm a bit disappointed, because I think it would be a better application with Reader Plus. but we go back almost to where we were in terms of extending out the capabilities that we had in the Pearson Go app.
Okay. Sure, Gerald. Sure, Gerald. Okay, so anything else from our end? We are doing a mock-up for the course structure.
Okay, so I mean, I'm with David on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, and I think we talked about having a session. I'm having a session with Karthik, but if you can find a slot in my calendar, or maybe Tuesday afternoon. No, sorry, you don't do Tuesday afternoon. Sorry. 10, 11. Yeah, we may need to do it Wednesday morning, I think.
Okay.
You know, I really, well, I have to have David take over because I'm on holiday from Friday of next week. And, you know, this is going to be his job. His job will be working with you guys, devoted 100%, as it were, to actually help us develop this.
Okay.
So I don't know, Kapan, if you want to put a general kind of meeting in on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, we can go through with David. He's going to have probably lots of questions, but we can just give him a quick overview, I think, of the Pearson Go app and the dictionary app. Mustn't forget about that. But then we can really move on to this one because that's the main part.
Okay, John.
So I think until then, tell me if you think this is crazy, but if we can start to mock up this new app, outline user journey, I think that's a good target to kind of have in terms of moving forward.
Okay.
Gerald, instead of the login page, we should display some login and username password. Static credentials will be fine, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's fine.
We still need a login page, right?
We have the login page in the POC also, right, Gerald?
Yes, yes. I know it's not going to work. So the login and registration, we need to simulate that, like the scan of the access code. But again, you know, we're not going to have anything behind that. It's just going to be something that simulates that working for the user.
Okay, Gerald. And in this case, should we actually perform the download, or we can simulate that also? Because in this case, we have to get the contents and then we have to upload it to the server, and then from there we have to download it.
Let's simulate that. I think, yeah, pretty certain.
We can
because it needs to just be something that somebody can show somebody. So in some ways we don't want stuff behind because then we have to have an internet connection and all those sorts of things. So it's simulation would be quite good for now.
Fine.
Okay.
Anybody else having any other questions? Okay, Lina?
Okay.
Okay, so that's all for now.
Email me.
Yeah.
Okay, email me if there's anything. I'm traveling to Poland on Monday, so I'll be out of contact for some of the day. But if not, we can definitely catch up on Tuesday.
Okay, sure. Sure, Jeff.
Okay, all right. Sorry to mess you around about the Reader Plus thing.
Not a problem.
Proof of concept is what it was to actually see whether that's a good idea, and we decided it's not. So
yeah,
we will. I think we will use it one day soon.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Gerald.
Sure, Gerald.
Thanks so much, Charlotte. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Yeah, bye.
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 Bye.